Say goodbye to your jobs.
To see grown men and women crying because they don't know where to get their next check, it's sad. It hurts.
Now at 5:30, dozens of people finding themselves suddenly out of a job after Pepsi abruptly closed its only Chicago area plant. As WGN's Andrea Medina reports now, the workers' union says the closure came without warning.
I'm emotional right now. Don't want to break down. But
Daryl Smith showed up to work at the PepsiCo plant on 51st Street in back of the yards on Monday morning, just like he had for the last 29 years. But the forklift operator and union steward soon learned he and 78 other workers were being let go.
we shut the plants down, get some garbage bags, get your stuff out, and leave.
PepsiCo announced that their Southwest Side facility is now closed due to what the company calls physical limitations. The more than 60-year building was used for producing and distributing beverages. Employees have described the abrupt decision as a gut-wrenching shock.
It just made it seem like they woke up yesterday like, oh, we're just going to shut down 51st. Like, that's all, because they couldn't answer no questions. They was like, they don't know what's going on.
You think they would be bigger than this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just messed up on the way they did it. I mean, they could have did it way better.
As if the news wasn't bad enough for the employees, they say they were escorted off the property by Chicago police officers. They indicated that this added another layer of distress to an already tough situation.
It was kind of crazy, like, this is how y'all treat like your employees.
Teamsters Local 727 claims the plant closed without any prior warning. They say at 5:45 this morning, PepsiCo sent an email to union members detailing the plant's immediate closure. But union reps argue that violates the WARN Act, which requires employers with 75 or more full-time employees to give 60 days advance notice of pending plant closures or mass layoffs.
This is the first time I've ever heard of people being told you are laid off effective immediately at this scale with no notice and really no answers of any kind.
PepsiCo released a statement acknowledging that the decision to close the 51st Street plant was difficult, but that it met all applicable legal requirements. Employees will receive their full wages and benefits through December 28th unless they resign before that date. The company also says it will work with union leaders to address the details of the closure. This unexpected shutdown has left dozens of workers facing uncertainty about their futures.
A lot of people want to retire from here. A lot of people have put their kids through school here, bought homes. You got people living from paycheck to paycheck.
The union says there are other workers at the plants, but it's not clear what will happen to them. Nonetheless, they're determined to ensure the affected 79 employees are supported. Reporting from back of the yards, Andrea Medina.
Shalom. Call halal YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopefully scattered abroad. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be a quick update on this economy, man. You know, you're going to see more of this. You're going to see more of this. You're going to lose your jobs. All right, they're going to lay a lot of people off. These jobs are going to shut down because this economy is going to shit. You know, the dollar is failing. You had the BRICS, those BRICS countries with more countries trying to join. They just had a meeting last week, you know, which is pretty much they're talking about creating a new currency, which is going to put the American dollar on a back burner. Okay, and you know, pretty much these companies are going to start shutting down, which is going to cause people to lose their jobs. Now, one thing I saw in this video, as you see this individual on the screen, it's a Jake, all right? It says laid off worker Corey Banks, all right? And the majority of the people they interviewed were Jakes, you know, because Jake's the one that worked these, you know, these labor jobs, you know. And you would think a company like Pepsi will have some type of security for their employees, but you're going to find out that none of these companies have any security. All right, they have no security for any of these companies, and pretty soon, all these companies are going to start laying off employees in mass numbers, and it's going to be, you know, a lot of people complaining. Or you got people already complaining about, you know, they can't afford anything with their wages. Well, hey, that economic chokehold is going to get tighter when you know, abruptly lose your job. Okay, and this is the reality that we all got to come to grips with. You know, even at my job, we had this hurricane, and we was out of work for a couple of days. You know, a couple of days we was out of work, you know, because the plant didn't have electricity. You know, the warehouse didn't have electricity. because of the hurricane. And that just go to show you that, if something comes, an emergency happens, something happens, you can't depend on your job, man. So we got to pray and seek YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI diligently, because of the times we're coming into, if you don't have YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, you're not going to have nothing. And a lot of you people have forsaken YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI because of your job. I had somebody tell me that one time, I can't go out there, I can't be, pretty much said they couldn't be seen out there at the camp because somebody might see them from their job. Well, newsflash, your jobs are going to lay you off. All right, and this is just an example of that, on a minute level. Okay, so let's grab a few scriptures going into that. All right, let me go right here. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse, I'll start from the top. All right, let's start from the top. It says, remember now, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So you're supposed to get right with YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI right now. Don't wait till later, because later is not promised. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And this is what's already happening with these economists. They're all freaking out. They're seeing, what's looming. You're seeing what's coming. And it's, it's plain as day. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. So the grinders, which means the workers, are going to cease, man. Let's grab that word grinders real quick. All right. Let's grab that word grinders. It says, grinder.
Strong's H2912. Tachan.
Tahan. It says, to grind meal, hence to be concubine. It says that being their employment, grinder. So that's their jobs, to grind out. That's, symbolic for workers. Okay, somebody that's working, they're grinding. They say that now. Hey, I'm on my grind, meaning somebody's working to accomplish something, right? So it says, because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. They said people were worried about their futures. You see, people was planning on retiring. And that was Pepsi is a big company. You got a plant opening here for Coca-Cola, and I believe they're starting you off for like damn near $30, man. But how long is that going to last? You see, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, the sound of working is low. The doors are going to be shut. A lot of these businesses are going to shut down. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. People ain't going to be having a good time and then going out for drinks on the weekend and enjoying themselves. People ain't going to be partying no more because you ain't going to be able to afford it. All right. It says, let me go right here. I'm going to read this in the NLT. It says, verse 3, it says, remember him before your legs, the guards of your house start to tremble, and before your shoulders, the strong men stoop. Remember him before your teeth, your few remaining servants stop grinding. And people already, don't have jobs as is. So when these major companies, which a lot of American companies, these warehouse jobs, they went overseas, because it's, cheaper. So they go overseas, and that leaves a lot of the American people without jobs. You see, but in our kingdom, you devils going to have continual employment. You ain't going to ever lose a job in our kingdom. It says, and before your eyes, the women looking through the windows see dimly. You see, so it's looking very dim. The future is looking very bleak. And that's the reality that we've been trying to warn you about, all this time. People take it for granted. They think it's a joke. Well, it's all fun and games until you go on to work one day. And this is how it's going to happen. You may go to work one day and you're going to find out that the doors are boarded up, and to make matters worse, they couldn't even sit there and talk about it. The police escorted them off the property. So this is the time that we're in. If you don't see what's coming, then it's going to take you by storm. It says, remember him before the doors to life's opportunity is closed and the sound of work fades. And that's what we're seeing, the sound of work fading. As this economy gets worse, people are going to lose their jobs. And I'm at my job right now, and I ain't, caught up in this place. To hell with this. I'm trying to get the hell up out of here as is right now. But you always got to have us, because a lot of people, they live paycheck to paycheck. You got to, make a means to an end to the best of your ability. Do whatever you can, get a side gig or whatever you got to do. But ultimately, all this stuff is going to shut down. All right. And you don't want to depend upon these devils banging and crying at their doors for them to give you a job back, which is just slavery anyways. It says, now you rise at the first chirping of the bird, but then all their sounds will grow faint. Right. Because it's going to be made evident that this place is through. Okay. This place is through, man. And this is why we fear YAHAWASHI. I've been serving YAHAWASHI, because as the prophets or seers, we can see where this is heading. Okay, we already see where this is heading, man. All right, let me go right here. What's that? It says this is Isaiah chapter 10 verse 20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Meaning that word stay means to trust. We're not going to trust in this damn devil. Trust that you're going to get a paycheck. Trust that you can have a job. We don't. We don't have to trust in YAHAWASHI. It says, shall no more stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord YAHAWASHI, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So we're going to have to trust in YAHAWASHI these days, man. Because right now you can go to your job, you can work, your 40 hours and get a paycheck at the end of the week and get food and water and clothes and pay your bills. But pretty soon that's going to be a thing of the past, man. Okay, that's going to be a thing of the past. And that's when people are going to start realizing that, hey, this ain't it. In the NLT it says, in that day the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob, will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them. Right? They give you these minimum wages. These devils, they'll give you just enough money to make sure your ass back at work on Monday, but you ain't got enough money to do nothing else. It's slavery. It says, but they will faithfully trust the Lord YAHAWASHI, the Holy One of Israel. You see? And this is what we're doing. We're trusting in YAHAWASHI. Back in the KJV it says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. You see? So you got to trust in YAHAWASHI these days, man. You can't depend upon this man to continue to, to help you and give you a job. That's over. It says Proverbs, and that's why they're getting these robots too. They're getting these robots. They can buy a $20,000 robot, $30,000 robot, and replace you. Jake probably make $20,000, $30,000 a year. If that. And now they can get a robot to do the job and replace you. It says Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And people are mourning right now. They're mourning because the cost of living has gone up. Everything is uncomfortable right now, to a certain degree, but it's only going to get worse. That's the truth of the matter. It's only going to get worse. You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, this thing is only going to increase. Okay. Let me grab one more through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Okay, because this is the time we're in, okay, where this place is going to be completely through. And hey, man, you got to trust in YAHAWASHI these days, because it's getting tight. It's already getting tight, man, but it's going to get tighter. Okay, even enough, for us brothers, hey, shit already getting tight, but it's going to get tighter, man. And those of you that have a little extra, man, hey, help out the ministry. You got brothers that's pushing these shows out to you daily. 2-3 videos a damn day going out, and with that we had to forsake certain jobs that probably paid a little more because they wanted more of your time, but we gave our lives to YAHAWASHI. So with that, things are going to get tighter, but we know the Lord got us. You got helps in the ministry as well. Hey, help out. Do whatever you can to help forward this ministry, but we know that pretty soon all this is going to shut down. And we're going to have to completely be stayed and trust in YAHAWASHI. It says, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29, it says, but this I say, brethren, the time is short. The time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. And you got to be focused on this ministry right now. Can't be all up your woman ass, because wait, when that money stop coming in, she gonna leave anyways. Okay, these women are opportunists. You know, they're gonna go to the next thing. You know, it says, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. Right? Because you may go out there and you got people that's making payments on their vehicle. You know, you got a car. I mean, you may be making payments on it, but as soon as you lose that job, guess what? The bank coming to take that car. Your house, you got a mortgage, you got, you paying rent. Hey, don't skip a payment, see what happens. So everybody's, living, barely. Everybody's barely, not even living. They're barely surviving in this society. You're trying to stay above, water, but your face is already under the water. And the only thing that's above water is your nostrils. Pretty soon Esau is going to come when this dollar crash. It's going to be like, your face is going to get drowned in the water, right? It says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So this world as we know it, and the fashion of this world is going to pass away, all right? And there's many scriptures I can think of too, how to, there's many other scriptures, all right? But we are, witnessing the end of this world as we know it, the end of this rulership. This man's kingdom is falling, and as his kingdom is falling, that means that we are, getting closer to our kingdom. So this is good and bad news. Bad news because things are gonna get tighter. You're gonna have to make do. But good news because that means that we're gonna go into our kingdom and never have to worry about this bullshit again. All right, Salakia for my language, but I gotta tell it to you flat, tell it to you plain. With that being said, our praise lessons have been edifying to the full elect. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And on to the next one, man. Shalom.